We're joined right now by the gentleman from James Madison University. This is Yohanny Dalembert, and a man who's very familiar with JMU as a JMU alum and star, now the new head coach of the men's basketball program, Rowe. Gentlemen, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Lewis, I got to start with you. How does it feel to be back home?
Oh, it's a pleasure. Again, at my alma mater, getting to lead them, it's a dream come true. It's something I never really thought would happen. I'm enjoying every moment of it.
You played from 93 to 95 under Coach Lefty Driesell, but as you just reminded me, don't forget about that redshirt year because Lefty was in your ear all the time. How was it playing for this man?
One of the best experiences of my life, honestly. He taught me so much. There's still things that I try to give these guys that he taught me, just about leadership and toughness and expecting more out of yourself, setting your goals really high and going to achieve them. And he was an old school coach at his core.
Yeah. Since we are on ESPN3, can we do a little lobbying? Because I think I feel the same way you must feel. It's an injustice he's not in the Hall of Fame. Would you agree?
Amen. Hall of Fame coach, and just what he did for me and for other players. Players coach, gave everything for us, demanded a lot from us. I love him.
Yohanny, what's it like to have now a coach who was such an integral part of the program that you're now playing for?
I think it's a blessing, to be honest with you. He played in this league, and he obviously did very well, and he had a chance to go overseas, play, and bring back that experience too. So I think it's a blessing that we won't take for granted as a team.
Has he reminded you at all about his 22 points in his senior year, getting to the NCAA tournament? Has he dropped that little knowledge on you to this point?
Probably too much.
No, we hear that quite often, but it's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong. He's trying to make us the best players we can become, and that to be honest with you, that we haven't really quite accomplished anything yet. This team has yet to make it to the NCAA tournament since I've been there. So right. I think that with him bringing that experience and being part of the program is going to be a big help for us.
Lewis, you come in with an interesting situation. Yohanny and 3 other returning starters, and you've got 10 players on this team that are either juniors or seniors.
Yes, it is an interesting situation with the 7 seniors, and honestly, I approach it. I want these guys to have a memorable senior year, and that's honestly how I approach every day. I don't put numbers on winning or anything like that, but I do think I owe these guys in their senior year to make it the best experience that they can for them. So I bring that to them, and I think I owe that to them. I carry that.
Let's talk about some of these players. We're seeing some of them right now. Shakir Brown, Jackson Kent. We saw a little spin there of Tom Vodanovich, Dimitri Chikabarkaba. There's a lot of varying styles of play and talents on this team. How so far have you been able to kind of put this group together as one the way you want them to play?
I think you've hit it on the head. There are varying styles, and also my coaching style. There's some things I would like to do. I would like to maybe press a little more. I would like to maybe get up and down a little more. But I always take into account, going back to what I said, these guys have talents, and I'm not trying to put a square peg in a round hole. I want these guys to have the greatest year that they can have, and I want it to be memorable. So I'm trying to just put guys in a position where they can be successful, and that's what I think about every day.
Well, one of those rising talents is Yohanny Dalembert. And Yohanny, every time I get to do a James Madison University basketball game, you always have a different audience. You never know who's listening. And I think your story certainly bears telling. You never played basketball in your native Haiti until the unfortunate tragedy of the Haitian earthquake almost a dozen years ago. Tell people a little bit about how you now have evolved as a basketball player.
Well, also it came from a lot of different coaches. Starting from high school and then transitioning to college. And I think that Coach Rowe has added a lot to my game. We spent a lot of one-on-one time together this summer, watching film. So I think that this year is not so much about the physical part of the game, but about the mental part of the game.
Lewis, I know it's got to be pleasing to know you don't have to drag this young man into the gym. He's a self-starter, and I've watched him develop as a basketball player over the years. What are you seeing in Yohanny's game?
Well, it's an interesting story because I actually watched him at Lower Merion. I was at Rider University and kind of tried to recruit him. We needed some other things at Rider, but I loved his game from day one. And there were actually people at JMU who I know very well. When he's committed there, I told they're getting a good one. And I do feel blessed that I'm able to coach him in his senior year. What I try to tell him, and it's the mental part of the game. He's very physical, has a lot of physical talents. I think sometimes he sacrifices some of his physical talents thinking about, what does the team need? And I've expressed to him, step out, shoot 15 to 17 footers, shoot a jump hook. Don't think you always have to carry the weight of the team. rebounding, and those things. Like you do the heavy lifting, but also expand your game a little bit. And that's just, I want him to expand with the mental part of the game as well, and have a lot of confidence in himself, and know that there's a coach that's behind him.
We know what kind of backing you can get from the student body in the town of Harrisonburg down at the Convo. We talked to Pat Scarry a moment ago about a new building, and everybody is thinking about new buildings. But the Convo, you played in there, you know what a true factor that building can be when it's rocking, don't you?
Yeah, that's an interesting thing, because obviously that I tease all the time. All of the buildings that I'm kind of a part of me are my old dorm. They're going to tear down and build a new business building. We're getting a new Convo. But there's always a lot of buzz and energy around a new building. But I think we should always keep in mind the buzz and the energy of the team. We played in that gym and we filled it up because there was energy behind the team, and people loved the way the team played. I think if there's energy behind the team, everything else will take care of itself.
Do you feel this team has got that energy? Do you like the way things are shaping up as one of the senior leaders?
Oh yeah. I mean, over the last couple of years, we've kind of encountered a bump, in the postseason. But I think that with this man's conditioning and the intensity that he's brought to the team, I think that this team is going to get over the hump this year. So I think that it's something that's been building up, and I think it's ready to explode.
All right. Well, we wish you both very good luck this season. Yohanny Dalembert, Rowe, the new head basketball coach for the men at James Madison University.